Welcome to Life in Times of Cotto. I am your host, Jay Cotto, and today I want to talk about nothing in particular. But what I do want to discuss is the other day, my wife and I did a test show, and she's a pastry chef. I don't know if I've ever told you guys that, but she's a pastry chef, and she was showing us how to make bread. And I'm gonna put up some of those clips and some of the bloopers on the channel, when I get that ready. But in any event, we did this show as a shit show, right? It was hilarious. There was so many things that there was no prep, right? So there was no script. We didn't do any of that. We just fucking shot from the hip and just let it ride. In any event, it turned out, relatively funny, something that we are gonna try again, and then we're gonna try to brand it out again and make that more of a regular thing if that's doable. Now, with that being said, doing that and doing that together, you know, and having a good time doing that together, that said a lot about our relationship and the 20 years that we put in to get it to a point where we enjoyed that test run, you know. And the reason why that's important is because I'm going to go back to something else that I did want to I did want to speak about, and I wanted it to be a topic, but I'm going to transition into that with this. And I was at work one day and, just doing my thing, doing my job, what I'm supposed to do. And she was video chatting me. And when the call came through, because, you can see the other person while the call is coming through. And when the call came through, I'm noticing her looking at the camera, fixing her hair, right? So, and I thought that that was the most cutest, adorable, beautiful thing that I've ever seen in my life. And the reason why that is that lets you know that you still got it, that you still lust after each other, you still love each other, you still have that way of just wanting to impress each other after 20 years. And that's a big fucking deal. You know what I'm saying? She's there, crimping her hair and looking cute, just making sure that when I answer that call and it goes through, that she's at her best and she looks her best. And that's a testament to the work that we put in. That's a testament of the desires that we worked so hard to sustain. And even in that show, man, like, goddamn, that was a shit show, but we had fun. And it is something that I want to do again. Shit, I bought more lights to put up in my fucking kitchen that I don't have room for. Right? But we're gonna do it anyway because, god damn it, I had a great time. And if we ain't baking bread, then we might as well make cookies, cakes, whatever it is. And again, that was a testament as to what it is that a relationship can be. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's perfect. It ain't perfect. It's not one of those ones that you know you see on TV. Shit, even the shit you see on TV ain't fucking perfect. Like, they got a lot of bad things going on. But anyway, it's not perfect. And we do have our ups and downs. But the fact that we work through them and the fact that we get to the place of just understanding each other and just figuring out a way to move on with whatever it is that's going on brought us to this place of a bread baking show. Shit, that was a tongue twister. Just a bread baking show. Right? So, and again, into little things like that, like, when she's getting dressed and she's putting on my favorite pair of jeans, it's like I'm looking through I need to see, what's going on, because she's attractive to me 100% of the time, not 50% of the time, not 65% of the time, 100% of the time. Even at her worst, she is beautiful to me. And that's what devotion brings. Wanting to work through it, wanting to figure out what works for each other, which now I'm going to transition into something else, and it is something that I was thinking about. Sometimes, I'll sit in my thought and I'll just kind of be like, hey, there's more to life than just waking up, going to work, making a living, coming home, getting old and dying. because we're all going to do that. And when you really put your mind to that and you really think about it, you start thinking that, people have this term. It's like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm going to go make that bread. I'm going to make that money. When the truth is you're really hungry for life. You're hungry for more than what the designed everyday life is. You're built for more than that. You're built for more than just doing those things. And it leaves you hungry and wanting more. We're in this place like in life that, you'll be walking past somebody and it's like, oh, whatever. But it's not whatever. You're hungry to know more than what you know. Why don't you want to know that person that you walk by? Why don't you want to know more about that person? Why don't you want to know more about people? What makes them tick? What makes them do what it is that they do? Why they do the things that they do? Who they are? We're hungry for so much more. We want to explore the Amazon and the woods and the forests and the rainforests. And, I look at my son and he loves animals. He's 6 years old. And he just watches dinosaurs and animals and all kinds of things. And his level of just wanting to know more. That's what it is. That's why we're always left wanting, because there's more. There's more than this. And you gotta wake up and put your best foot forward and start really thinking to yourself, what is it that I need to know? What is it that I want to do? What is it that is going to leave me fulfilled? And get after it. Go after it. Whatever that is, as long as it's not a crime. You know what I'm saying? But, I sat and I thought about that. It's like, life, love, learning, people, the whole world around you. Like, there's so much going on. There's so many little intricacies going on. And we just fucking ignore it. And that's why we're so hungry all the time, because we're not paying attention to those things. Like that video call. I picked that up. If I didn't even look at my screen, I wouldn't have seen that small little intricate detail of her crimping her hair just to make sure that she looked good for me. And we're missing those things. And that's one thing that I do want to say. I do want to say that when we sit here and we think, oh, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. Yes, you're hungry to make a living. You're hungry to make more. But there's more than just that hunger. Anyway, that's all I got. Thank you for lending me your ears. Do what you do it well, do it the best way you know how. Jay Cotto, I am out. Peace.